Is civic nationalism a solution to stop Hazara genocide and democratic instability in Afghanistan? I am going to tell you who are the Hazara people. The Hazara people are an ethnic group in Afghanistan with a population of approximately 3 to 4 million people, or 9% of Afghanistan's total population. The Hazara people have a distinct culture and history and are known for their traditional dress, music, and cuisine. They are predominantly Shia Muslims. The main difference between Shia and Sunni Muslims in Afghanistan, as in the other parts of the Muslim world, is rooted in their different beliefs about the leadership of the Muslim community after the death of the Prophet Muhammad. Sunnis believe that the Muslim community should choose its leader through a process of consensus, while Shias believe that leadership should be based on a divine appointment through the Prophet's family. This theological difference has led to differences in religious practice and interpretation, as well as different culture and political identities. Let's have a brief history of persecution, discrimination, and genocide of Hazara people in Afghanistan. The Hazara people have a long history of persecution in Afghanistan. They are the most persecuted ethnic group in Afghanistan and are among the most persecuted ethnic groups in the world. Hazara is also one of the largest groups of asylum seekers and refugees. In the 2001 Bond Agreement, which determined the governing arrangement in Afghanistan following the preliminary defeat of the Taliban by US forces, a statistic indicated that Hazara comprised 19% of the total population.
Sanctioned state persecution, discrimination and exclusion against the Hazaras began in the late 19th century. When the Pashtun ruler at the time, Amir Abdul Rahman, brought the region's many different communities under a centralized authority, he identified the Hazaras as a threat to the ethnic Pashtun dominance. Rahman incited religious and ethnic hatred to conquer them in a series of exceptionally brutal wars. He instigated a jihad against Hazaras, seen as infidels due to their links to Shia Islam in a predominantly Sunni Muslim state. Some 60% of the Hazara population were killed, sold into slavery, or forced into exile. Rahman committed ethnic cleansing and war crimes against the people of Hazarajat.
The most recent wave of violence against the Hazara community began since 1880, when dictator Abdul Rahman started the Hazara Genocide under his government. During the Afghan Civil War, when the Taliban emerged as a dominant force in the country, the Taliban, a Sunni Islamic group, has targeted the Hazara community for their religious beliefs. They have faced discrimination and marginalization in Afghanistan for many years, with their distinctive physical features such as their Mongolian ancestry and often lighter skin, making them a target for persecution by some of other ethnic groups. Despite the challenges they have faced, the Hazara people have made significant contributions to Afghan society, including in areas such as politics, education, and the art. However, they continue to face significant social and economic disparities and have been the target of ongoing violence and persecution by various armed groups and actors in Afghanistan. Is civic nationalism a solution for the genocide and the democratic instability? Civic nationalism is based on the idea that a shared set of civic values and principles such as democracy, human rights, and the rule of law can serve as a unifying force for a diverse society. In the context of Hazara genocide in Afghanistan, this could mean promoting a vision of Afghan identity that is based on shared values and principles rather than on ethnicity or religion. Democratic instability is not a solution to stop this genocide in Afghanistan. In fact, it may even exacerbate the situation by creating a climate of political polarization, social unrest, and political violence. The sustainable solutions to Hazara persecution, discrimination, and genocide in Afghanistan requires a commitment to human rights, respect for the rules of law, promotion of inclusive and participatory governance. Democratic instability could be an aspect of this, but it's not a solution for the complex challenges facing Afghanistan. The United Nations should recognize the Hazara Genocide. Hazara people must be given the right as every human deserves and needs a dignified and honorable life. United Nations respond to the Hazara Genocide in Afghanistan. The United Nations Assistance Mission in Afghanistan, UNAMA, is a political mission established by the United Nations Security Council to assist the government and people of Afghanistan in laying the foundation for sustainable peace and development. UNAMA was established in 2002 following the fall of the Taliban regime and is based in Kabul, the capital of Afghanistan. 2007, UNAMA released a report on the situation of civilians in Afghanistan, which highlighted the ongoing violence against the Hazara community. The report documented a significant increase in targeted killings of Hazaras, including women and children, by non-state armed groups. Called the international humanitarian law because the enemies of education, stability, and justice understand that if the Hazaras came to power, not only monopoly and backwardness will end in Afghanistan but also in the region. There will be no place for slavery and imperialism. Thank you so much for watching.